What's up, guys? Random Comic here. This is episode 1 of our weekly discussion. It actually doesn't have a name yet, but before we talk about that, I have a guest with me today. Who do I have?
Yo, what's going on, guys? This is your boy here, Some Kind of Hate. If you guys aren't familiar with me, I upload videos of gameplay to YouTube as well. And like Random was saying, this is going to be a weekly discussion that we're going to start doing probably on every Wednesday, every week. And, you know, like he was saying, we don't really have a name for it yet, but we do have two names in mind that we thought might work. So we're actually going to leave the opportunity up to you guys. That what we're going to do is kind of leave a poll, and you're going to leave a comment below and let us know which one you guys want to pick. So the names are here. This is what we came up with: Join Session or Connection Interrupted. Now, as you guys know, there's some other podcasts out there with the same kind of names of things that might frustrate you in a multiplayer game. So that's where we got the ideas from. So leave a comment below, and we're going to tally them up, and next week we're going to reveal the name of this weekly discussion.
Yeah, I really wanted to use the name Martyrdom Magnet just because I always seem to fall in those things, but we pretty much cut that as soon as I thought of it. It's kind of whack, you know?
But yeah, I don't think it has a good flow to it, but
we have some gameplay playing in the background, and this is Some Kind of Hate's gameplay. Is there anything you wanted people to know about this?
Yeah, this is a Medal of Honor gameplay. As you guys can see, this is a sector control game on the map Diwago Camp, and I'm using I think this gun's called the MP7A1 or something like that. I'm not even sure what it's called, but it's like a submachine gun on the Spec Ops class in Medal of Honor. So you guys can check this out in the background while you listen to this discussion here. What's the first thing you want to talk about here, Random?
I kind of want to talk about... I'm actually going to go down a list of some stuff that the people from Medal of Honor has released from a PC patch. It's the second one they released, and there's no console patch yet, so everything I'm saying is for PC only, but I'm pretty sure in the future this will be console patched also.
Yeah, I could definitely say that Medal of Honor is a really well-balanced game, but there are some, little quirky things about it that should be fixed, and hopefully what Random's about to reveal now will be brought over to console. So why don't you go down that list and let us know what's going on?
Alright, there's a whole bunch of stuff, but I picked what I thought was the best, or like the most things that I've seen people want to request. Sniper rifle damage has been decreased. So from close range it's a one-shot kill, but long range it's going to be a two-shot kill. Kind of like in Battlefield, where if it wasn't a headshot, you had to shoot them at least twice. Team Deathmatch, the score has went from 1200 to 1800. Sector control's gone from 1800 to 2600. Shooting off the hip, the spread has been really bouncy. They basically made the accuracy decreased. Score points are going to be cut in half, gotten from score chains. And pretty much every single gun has gotten more recoil. Assault rifles, submachine guns, and the battle rifles. But that's pretty much everything. And
one thing I want to point out too about what you just said, well, as far from my playing style, for the games that I play, like you guys are watching Sector Control here, this is a pretty medium, length match, but they go very quickly, and it's a good thing that they're going to bump that up. The same thing with the TDM, because those go by way too fast too. And as far as recoil, a lot of feedback I've been getting about this game is that people believe that the recoil is they're saying that there is no recoil pretty much. And I mean, I can beg to differ, but I can see how they want to, increase a little more recoil in this game. And the snipers, I will admit this right off the bat, are way too overpowered in this game. And everyone just happens to love to be a sniper in this game. So I think it's a pretty good thing that they're gonna, make it a little bit more evenly based. Because I was reading the same thing that you were reading there about the PC patch, and what they're really trying to do is even out all the classes, so everyone in this game has a fair shot. That they don't have to be a sniper to be good in this game, pretty much, which is I think is a really good idea. So hopefully they bring this over to PS3 and Xbox as well.
Yeah, I also read something else. This is right from the Medal of Honor page. I don't know who wrote this, but there's this one discussion that I thought was really true. And they're talking about how nerfing the sniper rifles that shouldn't have been done, but looks like they're going to do it. Because if there's a sniper and you're constantly being picked off by a sniper, there's something that you're probably actually doing wrong. And what the guy basically said is, you don't have to dumb down the weapons. You have to smarten up the players. And if a
Right.
player's making those mistakes, then that's kind of their fault, and they kind of had to smarten up. So there's certain things that, there's maneuvers and tactics that you have to do. You'll learn to throw smoke when you're running over a bridge or when you're running through a high traffic area. And I kind of agree with that. I mean, I agree the snipers are kind of overpowered, but it's definitely better to, not dumb down the game, but actually make the players have to be a little bit smarter.
Yeah, that keeps people aware that, it's not the game's fault all the time. It's sometimes the way you play. And I mean, I can definitely complain that in Medal of Honor, it's not that the sniping is necessarily too overpowered, because it's just the way that the snipers tend to play in this game, and that it's really the way they position themselves. And I don't blame them for sitting far back, but it is very overpowering to be a sniper if you have your scope lined in on a spawn spot the whole game, and you go a ridiculous KD, and it's really unfair to the guys that want to run and gun or try to attempt to run around with like an M4 or M16 and just keep getting sniped over and over again. That is definitely the most annoying thing, is being spawn trapped like that. So
I've also heard that, I haven't seen this on the Medal of Honor website, but I've heard that they're actually going to make a limit on the amount of snipers per team. And I gotta say, that doesn't seem really fair, because, I mean, that's a place that if a whole team wants to snipe and they're like a well-grouped team, I say, let them do it. Feel free. Don't restrict people from playing how they want to play. I just don't think that's fair. And if you're doing that, I don't know, what are we playing? Like, some game where there has to be a certain amount of snipers, certain amount of this? That's not in real war, You can play a whole team of snipers. I don't see a problem with that.
yeah, that's true too. But I can see how they're trying in their own way to balance out this game, even more than it is now. But
I also want to talk about rushing a little bit in Medal of Honor if you want to wrap up this gameplay really quick. Rushing in Medal of Honor doesn't really work. I'm going to do a quick comparison to Call of Duty. In Call of Duty, everybody can run around like Sandy Ravage with a spaz and rush the spawn and get like a cool clip. But in Medal of Honor, if you rush the spawn, you're not really doing something very good for your team. You're, first of all, going to flip the spawn. And also, let's say you're playing in a game like Sector Control and your whole team has a good spawn trap going. I can relate this right to Call of Duty. You're going to flip the whole spawn and ruin the whole team's spawn spot. And that's a pretty selfish thing to do. I mean, that goes right to Call of Duty. If I see somebody rushing the spawn and we have a good spawn trap going, I'm going to probably call out that player and, tell them that they're not a good player for rushing that spawn. Our whole team set up that spawn trap.
right, that's something that you work to do in the game, and everyone's objective is to try to spawn trap the other team. And it's not about making them miserable, it's about winning the game, and that's the most effective way to win the game, is to spawn trap a team in one position where you know where they're coming from, so they can't infiltrate your base and take them and switch your spawn. The whole point is to keep them out of your spawn so that doesn't happen to your own team.
Yeah, especially like an objective game. If we have somebody like spawn trapped at C and we have A and B, if it flips it, the whole game can kind of turn, because in Call of Duty, it's kind of hard to come back like in a domination game, but Sector Control, you can change the game around in a split second if you get all three. It's not hard at all to hold all three.
Yeah, that's definitely true in that. But, this pretty much wraps it up for this first weekly discussion, guys. We talked a lot about Medal of Honor in this one, but as you guys know, we're only a little bit less than 2 weeks away from Black Ops, so I know you guys are wicked excited about that. In our next gameplay, I'm not sure if it's going to be a Medal of Honor or a Call of Duty one, but we're going to talk a lot more about Black Ops and hopefully get a special guest on here with us. Somebody that we play with all the time and have a lot of good insight on some Black Ops talk. So hopefully you guys stay tuned for that. And anything else you want to add to this, Random?
The only thing I want to say is that, just to remind you guys again, if you guys would like to vote for the name of this so-called weekly discussion or podcast, I don't know what you guys want to call it, but the two choices were join session or connection interrupted. Please leave a comment on which one you want, and that's how we're going to base what we name this after. So we're leaving it all up to you guys, which is really cool for us to do. And Also, leave a comment for a question or maybe a topic you guys want us to discuss in the next one. But that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I know you just uh, pretty much ended your stuff, but is there anything else you want to say?
Well, like I was saying, guys, this discussion, weekly discussion, is something that me and Random are dedicated to, and we're gonna do and post every Wednesday. So this is gonna be around for a while, and a lot of times we can base off the whole discussion off of your questions. So this is also your discussion as well. So make sure to leave those comments, like the video, and let us know what you guys want to hear, okay? Because this is all about you guys. And, that's pretty much it, guys. Just stay tuned in for the next one. This is going to be posted on both of our channels. And as far as the name goes, when you guys vote, we're going to tally it up from both comment sections of both of our channels. So, doesn't matter which one you comment on, we're going to take it from both. So just keep that in mind. And until next time, this has been your boy, Some Kinda Hate and Random Comic. And we'll check you guys in the next one. Peace.
All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and stay tuned for more of our discussions. Peace, guys.